Hello and welcome to Game 2 of the Spring 2025 season for the Milwaukee Blitzball Club. Today we got the Flamethrowers facing off against the Fighters. And the starting lineup for the Fighters, three familiar faces: Ben Schaff, Xander Hotchkiss, Mason Senkbeil. Three, like I said, familiar faces for the Fighters. And here we get our first look at Josef Balden, the first overall draft pick for the Flamethrowers, hoping to revamp their franchise as they had a little bit of a rough year last year. Josef's going to start Ben out with a walk. Josef can throw in the 90s when he wants to. We have implemented the speed limit. Xander rolls over that first pitch there right to Owen for the out. First out recorded for Josef, but that one's got to feel good getting out in the books, especially as good of a hitter as Xander's been last year. Now he's got to test here early with Mason, though, the three-hole hitter. There's a fastball right down the middle. Another fastball leaves that one outside. Hit the tripod, not the zone on that one. Did not go around. Take another look at that. That's what he was arguing. Leaves that one high for a ball. Going to be another walk. Two now on for Ben. Josef starts him off. Fastball outside corner. Disgusting slider from Josef. Another look at that one. Ben buckled his knees. And another fastball outside. Not much Ben can do there. Looks at it. Two outs now for Josef and the Flamethrowers. Trying to get through the top of the first clean. Misses with that curveball. Inside, Xander swings over it. Swings over another one. Josef looking to get that third strike here, and he will. Bottom pipe. Josef fired up. Flamethrowers might have an answer on the mound. Mason on to pitch. Your MVP stats back that up from the 24 fall season. Aaron, Owen, Josef, Bailey, two familiar faces, two newcomers in the Flamethrowers lineup. Aaron, a switch hitter. You'll see that later when Xander comes up to pitch, hitting righty off the left-hander Mason. Strike there from Mason. Aaron still trying to get a feel for the zone. First at bat ends in a walk. Owen now up, hitting lefty off Mason. Owen also a switch hitter, kind of. Likes to alternate different sides of the plate. Swings through that strike there. And strike three right down the heart, right on the logo. First K of the season for Mason. Now Josef up, our first look at him in the box. Mason starts him off strike high. Repitch at 81 though. Josef wanted to go there, laid off of it though. And he slashes that one for a home run, going to be above the garage door, just keeps it fair. And Josef, first at bat as a Flamethrower, going yard off of the MVP from last season. What a moment for him. Flamethrower is now up 2-0 on the Fighters. Fighters, you could say, as possibly a favorite to win it all this year, with their guys coming back, some of the additions that they've got, but Flamethrowers up early on them. Bailey trying to keep the line moving. He will not. Gonna strike out there looking. Another fastball down the middle. Mason now with two outs. Unfamiliar territory for Mason. Didn't allow a run up until the second to last game last year, and allows a two in his first inning of work in the spring season. Aaron trying to get on. Mighty hack from him. Fouls that one off of his fists. And Mason, back foot slider, swords him on that one. Finally gets out of the inning. Allowing two runs, though. Bailey on to pitch, the slow ball contact pitcher that he is. There, take a look at his stats from the season. Last season, that is. And Mason puts that one right where Josef did in the first. It's going to be a home run for Mason. Takes that lead down to half. Going to be 2-1 now Flamethrowers still up. Mason cut into the lead. Ephus pitch hits the bottom pipe from Bailey. The Ephus that he pulls that rabbit out of his hat once in a while, drops in for a strike on Ben. That one is going to be behind him for a walk. Can't get it to land twice, unfortunately, for Bailey. One runner on for him now. First pitch to Xander. Misses just a little low. That one is going to be in the dirt for a ball. Another walk. And it looks like Owen's going to make a pitching change here. Going to take Bailey out. Not liking what he's seen so far is Owen. So Owen's going to call his own name. Had a decent season last year, Owen on the mound. 12 ERA. Little inflated, but he had to be the primary pitcher for the Flamethrowers last year. That will not be the case this year with Yosef on the team. Mason grounds that one. Aaron fields it cleanly. Nice play from him there. Going to be the first out of the inning recorded for Owen. First batter, first out. See if he can keep that momentum going. Some ground outs have already been kind of in play here. Ben fouls that one away. Knuckled ball just misses inside. Going to try it again. Again just misses inside. I don't know how Ben's taking those. And Ben's going to leave that curve out for another walk. It's going to load the bases for Xander. One swing now could cap the inning off if Owen's not careful. That one just missed high. And that one he left right where Xander could get to it. Up into the ceiling for a grand slam. Owen making sure that if it wasn't a grand slam, he'd get the out, but it was a grand slam up into the rafters. Big inning for the Fighters after going down 2-0 in the first. See if Mason can right the ship here, have a scoreless inning like we're so used to seeing from him. Pretty good start here. Pretty good start, 1-2-3 on Owen. We didn't cut around that one. That was a true 1-2-3 strikeout. First pitch to Yosef was a strike. That dropper missed. 81, Mason letting it rip here. Yosef, big hack, but 81. Again, Mason letting it eat here in the second. That was I believe that was a changeup away. That was disgusting. Hits him with that one. Another fastball over the limit that Yosef swung through. Catches a break there. Really good pitch from Mason and hits him again. Walks him. Would have been a strikeout if not for the over the speed limit, but that's why we have it. So it levels the playing field a little bit more so guys like Mason can't just empty the tank on those fastballs. Misses low. Misses away. Frustrated with that pitch. Wanted it to come back. That one's going to be low for a walk. Going to put 2 runners on now for the Flamethrowers. Excuse me. Aaron up to the plate. Wants to keep the line moving. Only 1 out. Got some room to work. Aaron kind of a half swing there. Couldn't make up his mind. Leaves that one low. Mason, a little hesitation. Believe that hit tripod. A little low again. That one hit inside pipe. And a dropper. Disgusting from Mason. Starts at his head. Comes back into the zone. 2 outs in the inning. Just has to get through Owen. That one way out. Way inside, I guess? Behind him. Swings at that one. Almost hits him in the head. Owen switching sides of the plate as normal. Takes that one right down the middle. That one fouled off his bat. He didn't even swing. He just held it up there. And another dropper right down the middle. Owen couldn't pull the trigger. Mason gets out of the inning. Leaves a couple on base. Yosef back in now. Trying to throw a scoreless inning so they have a chance in the bottom of the third. That one hit bottom pipe. Gross fastball. That one is in. Slider, top pipe. Not much you can do with that one right there. Ooh, just outside with the fastball. Mason wanted to swing, you could tell. Another one just laid off. Good eye by Mason. One runner on with the walk. Ben up to the plate now. Threw it about 85 at his head. Ben thinks Owen told Joseph to do that. I can see maybe that being a possibility. That one missed just above the zone. That one hit pipe. Inside corner, right at 79. Shimmy shake. And inside pipe at 79. Joseph with the shimmy and the K there. First out of the inning for him. With a little style, too. See if he can keep the good vibes rolling here against Xander. That one missed a little high. Xander just fouled that one. Kind of a half-swing foul. That one he grounds right to Owen. Owen, steady hands for the out. You see on the mound there, Joseph. Pretty good debut so far. Let's see if he can make it a scoreless one against Mason. Tall order, though. Strike there. Mason couldn't pull the trigger. Fouls that one back. Mighty hack. Dropper. That one hit the tripod just outside. Again, just outside. Mason making Joseph work on the mound, leaving those pitches out. That one out. Fighters showing off their eye in this inning. That one right down the middle. Ben should have swung at that one. And he's going to take the walk here. Going to load the bases for Xander. Last time he had the bases loaded, the Fighters went up 5-2. See if he can do something here. That one starts him off with a strike. Down low, swings over it. 2 strikes on him now. Inside, back foot. Joseph swords Xander there to get out of the inning, strand the bases loaded. Xander going to be your closer for the Fighters. 0 ERA in the regular season. Got blown up a little bit in the playoffs, but the Cy Young last year coming on for the Fighters to close out the game. That strike is on the outside corner. Has to face Joseph first, and he's going to walk him to start off the inning. Xander didn't walk a ton of people last year. A little surprising to see early the walks, maybe a little rusty from the offseason. That one, good strike, right down the middle. Bailey frozen on it. That one a strike. Mason walks through the frame. Leaves that one down. Another walk. Again, surprising from Xander, who's usually very consistent at throwing strikes. Here we see Aaron, the switch hitter, batting from the left side now. Didn't swing at that one. Wanted to. Again, checked his swing. Good eye from Aaron there. Leaves that one low. Xander's going to load the bases on walks. No outs yet. See if he can get Owen here for a first out. That one hits. That one inside. Owen gets out of the way. That one is a strike. Strike 3 on Owen. Xander finally gets the strike out there. Now Joseph coming up, who did some damage in the first. Wants to do it again here to put his flamethrowers on top. Curveball lands. Xander, oh, big swing by Joseph. Another big swing on the curveball. Fouls it away again. And high fastball gets him. 2 outs now. Xander had only the fastball to work with last year and hurt him in the playoffs. You can tell he's been trying to get that curveball down just to have something to work off of it. That fastball, though, outside corner, that curveball, ooh, just missed. Couldn't get the handle on that one. Fastball up, Bailey down to 2 strikes. Leaves that one low. Going to be an RBI for Bailey. And now a double would tie the game for the Flamethrowers. Aaron looks at that one. Ooh, wanted to swing, you could tell. Curveball hits leg. That curveball looking good shape-wise, not landed for strikes, though. Mighty hack from Aaron. He was looking to put his Flamethrowers in front with that one. Leaves that one inside. And he swings and misses. Xander works out of a jam. 5-3 is your final score for the Fighters. Mason having another good performance. Xander shutting it down on the mound. But these Flamethrowers, this is a new Flamethrowers team, folks. I tell you what, they're gonna be more of a challenge this year for sure. Your final here, as I said, 5-3 Fighters for both these teams' first games of the season. This is game 2. Thanks for watching, and make sure to come back for the next game.